Well, the map is clear with no heat advisories, but unfortunately that won't last. Stay there, I'll be back. I drove down to Blum yesterday to see some of the firefighting efforts going on there against the wildfire that continues today. And it was interesting to watch. As you can see this Black Hawk helicopter here as it's making its way over the fire, and the fire extended all over the horizon here. So this was a hillside I was able to get a good picture from, but watch what it does. It's going to drop this water on the fire here from this bucket, and there were 3 helicopters that were just circling one after another, one after another. Here comes that water now, and if I back off a little bit, you may be able to see one of the other helicopters here in the distance as well. I believe that might be one getting ready to go across here, but these fires are continuing today, and we look at some of the latest information. This is as of this morning, 40% contained. They were saying 30% yesterday morning, 60% yesterday evening. Now they're saying 40%. There's a report of 1 outhouse burn. Now, originally there was a report that 5 homes had been burned. That has since been adjusted to just 1 outhouse. 300 acres burned. In fact, really over 300 acres at this point. And the containment work does continue today with those dozers and other resources. So they will continue to work on that fire, and unfortunately conditions won't really be that helpful. Now, we're looking at triple digits again today, 100 to 101 across our area, maybe a little bit warmer than that, but hey, some of us may not even reach the hundreds. And this is the coolest it's going to be for a while. So if you've been putting off some outdoor chores like I have, today is the day to do it, because this is the cooler we're going to see for quite a while. 75, 76 overnight, so a pretty decent overnight, again, compared to what is coming. Allergy forecast is in the medium range today. Grass and chenopods. Chenopods, I had no idea what those were until I looked it up. Apparently it's just another flowering plant, really a flowering weed, if you will. But apparently chenopods can be a superfood as well. Today I think they're probably just super annoying across our area. No alerts, no heat advisories, no excessive heat warnings or anything. So again, today is your day to get outside and try to do things. Still be careful, stay hydrated, stay safe. But today is going to be the best that we'll see for a while. And yes, the burn bans continue all across our area today, and those will be in place for a while here. Now, I want to look at the tropics, because this little system, this little wave, has been given a 60% chance of developing. And it's going to make its way, at least the current track is that it makes its way north up into the Atlantic Basin, not really moving towards our area at all. And this is really the best, a 60% chance, that's the best chance we've had in a while of really anything developing. And we'll be keeping an eye too on the main development region here. You see off the west coast of Africa, behind the logo here, you can see a little bit more convection, and this is usually the track. This is where you're going to see things developing. And we've had this Saharan dust over the weekend, though, that may thin out a little bit, so we may get a better chance of something coming out of there. But for now, doesn't look like there's a lot to come. I want to talk about this too. You've heard me talking about or at least alluding to, a possible pattern change coming the beginning of August. And I want to show you the wide gap, if you will, between 2 of the more commonly referenced weather models in terms of that pattern change. Now, this is the GFS model looking at 7 o'clock on August 6th. What you'll see, not only these colors, by the way, are showing temperatures. So where you see the gray and the pink and the purples, that's the hottest temperatures. What you'll notice is the high pressure is all the way here in Southern California, western Arizona there. And in our area, you see lighter colors that represent cooler temperatures, but the thing is, that's rain-cooled air. So not only are we looking at possibly cooler temperatures per that GFS or American model, but rain as well, because the high has shifted westward and is allowing for that northwest flow to bring us some rain. Now, by stark contrast, here is the European model that has that high pressure much closer to home. those very hot temperatures continuing and no rain. So time will tell. When we get closer, as we get closer over the next several days, we will see the consensus start to come together. Either the European model will start pushing that high pressure west, or the GFS model will start retreating it back to the east where it is now. So what will happen? We'll have to watch and find out. Now, when you have these 10-day forecasts, or God forbid AccuWeather putting out a 45-day forecast, this is why anything beyond 5 or sometimes 7 days is just really unreliable. Some of these models have very different ideas of what's going to happen. Now, for the record, the Canadian model, which is another one we reference sometimes, tends to kind of lean towards the European model solution. So this is called ensemble forecasting, when you look at multiple models and try to figure out what the consensus is. So you could say, I suppose, that there might be a 30 to 20, maybe 10% chance of rain, depending on what models you're looking at. But really, it's just not that concrete. So you have to make sure you understand these extended forecasts, these 10, 12, 14-day forecasts that people are putting out there. This is oftentimes what it's based on. Very different solutions. So let's take a look at the 7-day forecast, at least what's right in front of us. 100 today, I have winds around 10 miles per hour. Now those can gust 15, 20 miles per hour at times. It was very windy over in Blum yesterday, which was not helpful for that fire. And yes, the Saharan dust continues. I think we start to see that thin out over the weekend, and may not see that too much next week, but I think we will see some higher level clouds today. I have clouds in the forecast pretty much every day. We've been seeing at least these little bit of upper level clouds usually every day. Next week, though, I may have to pull those back as that high pressure gets closer. 100 today, 101 tomorrow. I think tomorrow stays a little bit cooler, but then Sunday, 103, Monday, 104, and we're right back in the 105 range for the rest of the week next week. So very hot. The humidity increases as well. You see the winds increasing too. The good news is that the humidity increasing will help reduce the chance of fires starting, but unfortunately the wind will increase, so when those fires start, yes, they will be easier to spread across the landscape there. So just stay tuned through the weekend. I'm going to continue to watch those models. We'll see what the consensus is over time. For now, stay safe and stay cool out there, and mind all of those prohibitions on burning and those kind of things. Stay hydrated, stay shaded, and we will continue to bring updates throughout the weekend and next week, hoping for that pattern change in the forecast.